2026 SoCon tournament. We're now joined by the ETSU Buccaneers. We have with us head coach Brooke Savage, along with student athletes Blake Barkley and Brian Taylor II. We'll have an opening statement from coach, followed by questions. We do have a mic. Please just raise your hand. We'll hand it to you. Give your name and your media entity. With that, coach, the floor is yours.
Yeah, just a lot of credit to Furman. I thought they played really well, and they needed to, man. And they had it going, and we just couldn't ever get a hold of them and get a hold of the game. I thought we had a chance right there before half, and just didn't make a couple plays there. But got to give a lot of credit to them. They've been here many times before, and so this was nothing new for them, and they played really well. And the shot making and just the balance, and like I said, we just could never get a hold of them. And a lot of credit to Bob, who had a lot of injuries throughout the year. They just kind of hung in there and stayed with it, and found a way to stay together and keep getting better. And they got healthy, and I think everybody knew when they did they would have a chance to win it, regardless of what the record or the seed looked like. So, the two best defensive teams end up in the championship, and so, but you got to give a lot of credit to them. And so, questions you guys have?
Questions, Kenny?
Kenny Hawkins, News Channel 11 ABC. Tri-Cities coach, you talk about injuries for Furman. You saw Bowser in the second game. He was back. How much different was he tonight?
Cinder. Looked like Cinder out there. He made them all. He made them all. The shot making put a pressure on what to do in the post. We wanted to try to make him score over top of us, and he did. So like I said, when we stopped them, we could get the rebound. I thought they got to us on the offensive glass, and we couldn't. They did a good job blocking us out. He was terrific down there. So,
More questions? Yeah, second.
Against KWJHL, ABC Tri-Cities coach. Last couple of seconds, you were able to share some words with Alan Struthers. Can you just talk about his commitment to this team and how you are sending him off the puck?
yeah, I mean, he kind of been over this a lot, but he's young in there. Times were tough in this program, and believed in this place, and loves it here. Wanted to be a part of the turnaround, and he was a huge part of it. And so, just said, proud of him and loved him. And I think there was probably a lot of dark days when he wondered if this game was even remotely in the cards, and he played in it twice. So he certainly embodies all that we want to be about, and just love him, and he's a warrior.
Question?
Abby with Greenville Sports Media. Coach, you came into Furman came into this 16-5 when they were leading at the half. You were down 7. What in your mindset changed? What did you do differently to try and get that lead in the second?
We just wanted to try to really re-emphasize some of the stuff that we wanted to do going in. We needed to arrive, keep the ball out of the paint. I mean, 5 of their first 6 threes in the first half were non-paint. I mean, you got to give them credit. They made some tough shots. And we tried to double and dig a little bit more in the post, but I thought that was okay, I guess. But we just couldn't make enough shots and plays to put some pressure on them. We had it to 9 with 2 minutes to go, and we turn it over in transition. You make a 3 there, 6. Maybe it gets a little interesting, but we could just never get going and get some momentum, and we just didn't have it.
Jeff?
Run for the players, especially when you had that breakaway dunk. I think it was 3:57 left, kind of back single digits. Were you guys still pretty confident at that point in time?
I was confident the entire game. I didn't have that in my mind that what we did before wasn't possible again. So I trust my teammates, the situation that we was in. The ball just didn't fall out with this game. It's basketball. It's how it goes some days.
We wanted we said we wanted to single digits at the 4 media, and he got the dunk. I think he made it 9. We called timeout. All right, we're single digits. You know, and so, you know, just wasn't our night.
Give me Jared up.
This is for Blake. I mean, taking nothing away from Furman, and the fight was there again. Do you guys think you left some shots out there that would have been able to turn this game around?
I mean, obviously, we could have hit some shots. I'm just super grateful for these guys. You know, Coach and BT, they let me grow up. I mean, I've never really played too much, so just letting me go out there and make mistakes and just try to push me to be the best person I can be. I feel like this is a result of what they've done, and it's just I'm just so grateful for these guys.
More questions? Time for maybe a couple more. Second row.
Steve Greer, Sports Media. Coach, what has your team taught you this season?
Oh, this is fabulous. It was fabulous. I mean, just a joy to be around every day. We said last night, like, guys, win or lose this one, this game tonight does not define us. I thought we were really defined by our whole body of work, but last night in particular, because that's who we are. Don't like to get down like that, but the fight, the togetherness, the toughness, the resilience, I think we saw that all year long. This group was just a joy to be around, on and off the floor every day. The way that they came together, so many new guys, and really they're all new, you know, because no one's ever played together, but just all these guys coming in, and just from the end of the season last year to the recruiting process of finding the right guys that in your worst moment, who do you want to be with? You know, who do you want to be with? And I'd take these guys 10 times out of 10, and they were fabulous, man. They're just warriors, no issues about the team, tough, played together, cared so much about winning. That's why this hurts, because it's impossible to get to this game, man. And you know, to get there and not play well is disappointing. But you know, that's when you get in the arena, this is what can happen. And you know, so you just gotta live with it. Just wasn't our time this time, and you know, we'll just keep at it. But these guys were awesome. They just made me so much better person. We talked about the faith piece of it last night, how that's made us, and just a better team, better people individually. Just made me a better coach in so many ways. You know, all of it, man. They were a true joy. And that's the sad part is, you know, I don't know if we'll be in the IT or not. Who knows? But if we're not, then we don't get to coach them anymore. Don't get to go to practice anymore. And, that's us.
Josh Woodman, News 5, WCYB, Brian and Blake. What will you guys, when you have a chance to look back on this game, what will you remember most about your season and being a part of this team?
I mean, just being a part of this team every day, like Coach said, it's been a joy. You know, these guys are all great guys. We had a great season. We won the regular season conference. So, I mean, obviously we're disappointed that we lost tonight, but, you know, it doesn't take away from what we did this season.
Just thankful for the opportunity. Like you said, not a lot of people get to this point. Not a lot of people was in a position that we was able to put ourselves in. I'm just grateful for the guys for allowing me to be here the way I did. Man, I wouldn't change a thing. I really wouldn't.
All right, Coach Brian.